Hello, Nephilim tubers, and welcome back to Blue spends tons of time doing deployment stuff for minimal benefit, but you guys don't get to watch it. Only live tubers get to see it. Welcome back anyway. We're up to episode 5, probably. Still the first stream, so just figuring stuff out a little bit here. First off, I need to go over the tech tree, what I've been spending my scrolls on. I most recently unlocked tier 2 by putting 7 level 1 tiers in, and if you have 3 in 1, you can go to level 2 in that branch. So the only one I picked up early for 2 points, 2 scrolls, was 50% faster class mastery. It's not a huge bonus, but the earlier we get it, the quicker our classes will rank up, and that will have, you know, compounding effects later on. There's lots of other ones that we could spend a lot of time going over. We don't really have a lot of dragons yet, so faster dragon mastery and higher chance to have them show up. Sure, we'll get to this eventually. And we don't really have a lot of horses right now, so 50 HP. There's kind of a combo for more magic resistance based on armor for holy fighters. We don't have a lot of paladins or anything yet, but this is pretty cool eventually. Also, support healers take less damage when paladins and valkyries are in the squad. So these all kind of combo together to make a very magic-resistant, tanky group with healers that keep your paladins alive and stuff. It's actually really, really nice that there's a cool combo like that. It's just going to be a while. I did pick up apprentice training, so I picked this up last time. This is how we buy apprentices. I haven't actually done it because they're kind of expensive, but I want to buy some mages and throw them in my group. It's much better than version 1.0 of Symphony, where we couldn't even buy mages at all. So this is nice. We don't have any cavalry, so we're not worried about stables yet. I picked up target leader, more morale damage killing leaders, and that was one of the first ones we picked up to get faster conscripts. We just picked up a second artifact slot to equip slightly better stuff, and I haven't put much else. So that's all we've got for now. There's a ton of cool techs, and you know we'll get them all eventually, but I want to at least show them off. And then as far as our squad orientation, we've got an extra unit in the Blueankylo squad. I haven't named him yet, I don't think. But I added an archer. Oh, this is one of the archers from Zelos' unit, so inheritor. And I don't think... I should double check here if we can... We can't go to soldiery. I still want to be a soldier, but he needs like 25 base strength. And although he's got that as a spearman, you can't cross-class over, so it's kind of annoying. This guy... his basic strength stat on David is not high enough, and it's probably because of water gives him like a strength negative or something. So that's the Blueankylo squad. This is a new squad for Stefan, and I actually gave him that light scroll. So he starts with lightning affinity, and I give him light, which gives him a whole bunch of leadership. And with that, he's able to get a 6th unit. And I don't think I mentioned it for the future tubers, but up to 5 units is 10 capacity each, and then less if they're discounted. But 6th unit is +2, and 7th unit is +4, and so on. So there is a increasing cost, and he needed more capacity to add it in. So I gave him one of Zelos' sword girls, who will assumedly eventually be an assassin, or sort of a... What's it called? A sword fighter. And this will definitely be our light infantry kind of ambush squad. Stefan's super strong, but the trouble with these tends to be they fall pretty easy, so he's definitely going to want a healer. I could have just thrown in a healer, but fine. We'll try him out like that. Diana had 2 healers, so we swapped one with one of Zelos' archer. And she's got a new unit we haven't seen before. These acolytes, they come with magic armor, which means less magic damage. So the more armor you stack them up with, which you can increase with artifacts, the less magic damage they take. So they are your anti-magic style class, the acolytes and paladins. Pretty cool. Nasir here still just got the 3 archers, trying to promote them to horse lancers. Salem here added an archer from Zelos' squad and a true shot bow for skill. And then I made a new squad. This is a new 1,000 gold mercenary. And if this is the first time I've ever managed to recruit one with soldier captain, so I figured I had to try. Heavy infantry costs 2 less, which means we can get 6 cost swordsmen and heavy swordsmen, and this will be... I don't know if he'll stay as an archer necessarily, but having a really heavy infantry unit that's cheap, I kind of like the idea of that, because that's a fairly rare trait, and I figured I better buy it while I could. I have not assigned the dragon, although I've renamed him. I have a plan for Schminchkin, but we need to wait a little bit longer. Dragons are large units, so they cost 15 capacity to add to a squad. So we gotta wait a little bit before we got some space. That is all for now. I'd like to buy some more stuff. I could buy this Sapphire Ring. You know, I'll buy a Sapphire Ring. That's a magic bonus for a magic class. I'd like to buy another True Shot bow, maybe this sword, maybe more gems. I'd like to start buying some more... these are the apprentices you can buy now that you couldn't originally. So there's lots of good stuff. Let's do support, and I'm going to do an arena battle or two here quick, just to show those off. 5 minutes in of description, standard. Stefan, a moment. Ankylas, of course, although I warn you, I'm nursing my 3rd glass of brandy, so I preemptively strike from the record any incriminating statements. What can I do for you, friend? You're working with the temple as a spy, I understand. Yep, you see, the blonde and I are in cahoots, as they say. You mean Diana? Yep, that's the one. You know, the one that's got a big old muscle where Donar usually puts a sense of humor? What am I saying? She's a big goofball if you let her relax. Want to get on her good side in a flash? Food. Even mentioning it makes her eyes sparkle with glee. Noted. So you're risking your life on the temple's behalf. Are you a devotee? Well, let me bring you back 2 or 3 years. Got tired of the junk peddling, cutting, you know, small time. Got involved with the Tide Reavers, real bad fellas. Let me tell you, being that much of an outlaw is the thrill of a lifetime. That is, until you get involved with, you know, their primary cargo, slaves. Crazy. So what happened? They were shipping slaves to the fungus plantations, of course, of Graydon. A common source of income for those dogs. I, however, was able to help myself to the captain's jewel chest while they were dealing with a policing action by the Viridians. Almost slipped away, but then I saw her. That towering titaness of terror. She came out of the Imperial ships barreling around, smashing those pirates like they were gnats. I tell ya, you would not believe it if you didn't see it. So how'd you end up crossing paths? Well, you see, she caught me. But no worries, this slippery toad avoided jail as usual. Snuck away, huh? Yeah. Well, no. You see, Diana and I made an agreement. She needed masters of espionage to investigate cultists, so I do some dirty work and she keeps me nice and legal. Turns out we're a hell of a team. Plus, I found my new family in the temple folk. Real bleeding nice, I tell you. It's quite the story. And now you're here chasing prophecies. Gonna be a hell of a ride, friend. Hey, I think you're alright. I mean that. You got my back, I got yours. Especially if you can secure me another spot of brandy, eh? Eh? Alright, Stefan, he's in my top 3. I like him. I like a lot of people. Alright, so if you manage to gather some arena coins, and I'd say if you see them in shops, you should probably buy them, because it's worth it. You can do a little arena battle. These are not that complicated. They're just for grinding, mostly. They're always basically the same. You can deploy 5 people. You fight a bunch of enemies. They're the same level as you, basically, or slightly higher. Although they can have some interesting units. And if you win, get some gold and some treasure and stuff. And if you lose, it's fine. Nobody dies on these. You don't actually have permadeath during these. So, 5 squads. Ankylas, Diana, Stefan. And then I got these 3 weaklings. I'd really like Nasser to get up to horse lancing. And that's mostly archer, mostly archer. I'll try Gunter. Just got Gunter. Alright, let's do this. So there's not, no, you know, these arena maps, they're just arenas. The enemies, some of them charge towards you, some of them don't. The way we'll do this is... yeah, so 2 safe spaces there. So I want someone who will... ooh, that's 5 attacks. That's pretty strong. Someone who won't die. To lure them over, basically. Diana's got a lot of shields. I'm going to put her in the hill. They'll range 2 attack.
A paladin never surrenders.
And then this one, I'd kind of like them to attack as well. But I don't think the archers move on their own. I think these guys move on their own and the archers wait till you're in range.
The time to act is now.
Alright. Do something like this.
This one coming.
And we'll see what happens. Technically, you can go inside your castle and heal up or something, I think. Well, no, there's a tech that lets you heal near your castle. We just don't have it yet. There's a lot of powerful units coming real fast. Maybe we should have pulled back and waited. Mostly a break even, and then we did a bit of damage. Similar kind of effect. We take a little bit of damage, they take a bit of damage. Alright, so... Oh, I didn't set up any cool ambushes. If I'd left Stefan in the mountains, he could be actually doing an ambush right now. I actually think we need to pull back. These guys are gonna... This is a lot of power. This unit is very scary. Swordmaster. Cannons are no joke. It's full cavalier. These are strong units. I don't think we can fight them in the middle. I think we're gonna have to try to choke point here. Not great.
Ready.
You gotta keep Blue alive. Nasser is very weak in terms of melee.
Donar be with us.
Yeah, this is more powerful foes than I was expecting for our first attempt on the arena here. We'll see. The mission objective to get the most rewards is to win in 6 turns. I don't think there's any chance we're gonna do that. So our goal is simply to win at this point. I don't think we can do this quickly. The enemy are way too strong right now. Like, this is literally guns. Yeah, like what exactly was I supposed to do about that? Jeez. So much for experience. Yeah, we can't even see riflemen yet. Yeah, I think you're dead. I guess we're just lucky they didn't fire first. Because if those guys had gone first, and then the riflemen, Stefan would have been wiped. I mean, there was not much else I could do there. These guys are just way too strong. Okay, this is fine. Diana's got this. And no problem. Nice double skill. And the archers are gonna... Okay, this is fine. Sheesh. Very close. What else we got? More on Diana. This should... Alright, well this next turn is the one that counts. If we can push out of our bottleneck here, we'll be okay, but... Yeah, we got to deal with the guns. And honestly, we're kind of lucky that this unit didn't get an attack. Alright, and we can't even move, so we have to attack from where we stand. This unit's basically dead. I think we try to finish it off with our unit that's useless in melee. There's not much that Nasser can do. This opens up a square to move. Assuming we kill him. Good. And then... Poor Stefan. I might have to ignore the archers. Oh, jeesh. There's definitely a chance we just get overrun. I think Gunther could take Rolf. Alright. Alright, Blueankylo.
For my homeland.
If you can kill the leader before she gets a turn, that's what we need. She's up front. Good. That saves us a ton of counter damage. Alright, that's fine. That worked out pretty well. Good old Blueankylo. Now, that's still got to deal with those. Stefan is just trash. That's too bad. Maybe I guess Stefan goes for the kill here. Yeah, they should get this kill. Maybe. Yeah, guns, as you'd expect, ignore defense entirely, so they're real good. He stole some money. Alright, and then I think I have to use Diana against the cannons. Keep up some kind of line of defense here. The cannons don't get an attack when we're attacking them, at least, so... we can kill them all now, then we're fine. Cannons are definitely, like, offensive only, no defensive shots, so... and, that's good. Hey, they're awesome, guy. Salem's gonna be a bit of a problem. I think we just send Gunther here and try to do a bit of, we could heal one of Ankylas's units, but I think these ranged units are just gonna tear us apart. We're gonna... too many of them. So if we can kill some here, I think it's worth it. Alright, we've significantly decreased the amount of firepower the enemy are going to throw at us. But I think, like, people are going to start dying unless we're really lucky here. This is actually good. It gives us a chance to heal. We take a little bit of damage, but we get a full heal on the middle. Actually pretty good. Maybe she can survive this. That's a lot of cap. They're not getting a charge at least, so. And like Diana is very strong, so. Yeah, okay, good. There's a reason I put her up front. And then 2 archers. All right, this. Wow, this guy's lucky. I really need these guys to get class mastery and promoted. They're supposed to be not archers. Not again. Well, they're dead this time. One of them might be able to be a horse lancer soon. All right. Let's have Gunter continue to beat up the archers. He's doing a good job at it. This is not a bad group. It's a small, weak group, but it's got like a front line and a healer, right? So it's got some sustain that some of my other groups just don't have. All right, and then as far as like experience goes, blues are level 7 already, which is 1 higher than enemy units are level 6, so I want to prioritize the slightly lower one. Yeah, these guys are such a low level. That's part of the thing too. I don't think we can. I'm not sure. I don't think they get rezzed if they're in the But you can switch out, right? Yeah, so we can switch to this guy that we just something at least. Probably get a surrender here actually. So yeah, you can only have 5 deployed at once, but you can still cycle things in and out if you've got more squads.
Where am I needed?
So her units are level 7.
The battle lies before me.
Blue's units are level 7.
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Stefan's units are dead.
The time to act is
Let's give it to Blueankylo. the lastest of Ankies. Cat, are you scratching something you're not supposed to scratch? Suspicious sounds from behind. Well, if we can kill the boss in 2 turns, we still might get that
never surrenders.
the bonus.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
I could have used them to shuffle people forward, I guess. Still can, technically. Let me see here. Yeah, no, unfortunately, retreating dead units doesn't let you, doesn't heal them up, which is what I was hoping it would happen. I couldn't remember. They're not... You can change, so, you know, you can change them if you... Uh-oh. I crashed the game. I did something you're really not supposed to do. I've never had that happen in this before. So you retreat someone with a dead unit, and if you try to do something to their empty tile, you can crash it. Good. I should make a bug report. Ah, shucks. Uh-oh, no. Did I save? That has literally never crashed this game before. I think autosave saves me. Yeah, because I didn't make a manual save before the arena. Is there no battle save, I guess? I could have saved in battle. Good trick. Anyway, theoretically, you could remove someone from your what am I trying to say? From your party that was dead and switch them around. Okay. Oh. So the quick save I would have had to make manually. But this was after I did all my... Let's try... This whole episode, just 20 minutes in, we've done nothing. Ah. Well, we found a crash. The same... Well, this group's even worse. There's 2 cannons. Alright. We're gonna try this again. I must show off one of these fights. We must win! I don't think I'm going to bring the archers in this time. I'm just going to let them stay back. I think the only way to win this quickly in the turn limit is to draw them over on turn 1. But then everything attacks you at the same time if you're not strong enough. So seeing as they hold still, I'm pretty sure we're just going to let them come to us. Because this is still a really, really powerful attack. At least at our level with our current stats.
The time to act is
Bet you
now.
didn't see this one coming.
Ready.
I think Linvi will actually get an attack on Diana. But we'll be out of range of the cannons and most things.
Where am I needed?
So that's about as good as I can do. We got a line only, as long as we don't kill them, only 1 attack per person. So we shouldn't be losing anything on the first turn. Like last time, where the guns just came over and murdered us. This is still a bad fight, though. The boss here gets a lot of attacks. But if she was somewhere smarter that wasn't in the front row, because she gets a double attack every turn, so she gets like 4 attacks total. If that was a clever enemy, they wouldn't have designed the group like this. Or they try to get like an ambush. Honestly, this helps me out more. We take a tiny amount of damage and we get a heal. So, this is only making me stronger. Thank you. Okay, cannon's coming. This is gonna hurt. Got a kill, got a heal. Maybe we live? Hey, we lived. The guy with the halberd there is like the promoted light cav. Hey, look at that cloud. That's really nice. Okay, so we want to kill all 5 of those guys if possible.
I love this part.
No. Can't. I was hoping I could get all the way over there. I'm not sure if we could get an ambush. I think starting in your base might count as... Can we turn that on? Maybe that's not... An ambush tiles, you have to... I haven't shown one off yet. You have to start in an ambush tile and end your turn and then attack someone from an ambush tile to get an ambush. It's actually one of the harder parts to set up. Gunther's not looking too good. We want him to do something safe.
For my people, for my homeland.
Alright, Blue should be able to finish these guys off. The Inky Lass herself. Oh, there's also a mechanic where your mages, their magic power kind of decreases over the course of the battle. So your healing and your magic attacks, if you use them a lot, they start at, I don't know exactly how it works, but they start at a certain power and then it decreases as time goes on. A sneaky change. I think Gunther could kill, if we've... These girls don't have really any defense, so I think maybe on turn 1 we kill them both. Got the block. But that turned out. There's evades and blocks and whatever. Kind of hear the ting sounds different. Anyway, that was good. Still a lot of cannons. We're not going to be able to take out both the cannons. Well,
I'm real thirsty here. Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
let's see. Probably not an ambush. But next turn it could get an ambush. One thing of doing this is, assuming we live, we'll lure the archer over so we can start moving forward there. We also can't let them walk to the base, because they will just go capture the base and win the map if we aren't careful.
A paladin never surrenders.
Try to kill the leader at least. Nice whap. Oh yeah, they're toast. Diana's pretty good. And she just gets better. Contender for strongest unit in the game as well. Yeah. Maybe we could kill some of the cannon, or at least like one cannon. Hey, that's pretty good. And some levels, Nacer? Cannons will probably just kill them all next turn. Well, this defensive plan definitely worked better than the last one where we kind of dragged them all in immediately. So far, no deaths, so. So far, no deaths. Look at these guys actually getting some levels and some masteries. Maybe we'll have a horse unit after all. At least we're in the forest, so we have some ranged defense. So this actually works out pretty well for Stefan, as you see. Alright, let me, just in case I accidentally crash the game again, I should use quick saves more often, because if you can crash it, you will.
I must stay strong.
Alright, so once again, once you're like level 7 or so, you're not getting much XP from these guys. Nacer here is like way lower level, so him getting kills is good. Gunter... It's like literally level 2. Alright. Yeah, so we've got a big spread between our heroes at level 7 and our not heroes at like level 2 and 3. So yeah, we gotta try to help them out a little bit.
I love this part.
So we want... I think I'm gonna... Because Gunter's almost dead. Let's go for a surrender. Nice! Get those guys a little bit of HP and levels. Level 3 is still not much. Guy is also kind of low hit points. So I'm thinking...
Real thirsty here.
Try to weaken these guys. Oh, we do get an ambush. So that means... Hold on. That means they miss one attack. So this is...
Did you need something?
Yeah, we get to see it here. Purple means it'll be an ambush. I guess yellow would be a charge, maybe, if we had charge. But starting in a what do we call it, difficult terrain, and then ending in a difficult terrain and attacking someone is how you get the ambush. Although I think there's some other rules as well. I'm surprised it works at someone else, but maybe because they're infantry. Like maybe if they were light infantry in rough terrain, then it wouldn't work, because you have to be like not hiding or something. So like this would be... I'll show it off because it's going to be pretty cool, but we're kind of stealing XP from the other guys. So everyone gets an attack, and then everyone gets another attack. So our basically enemy misses their first round of combat, and we get both of our rounds in a row. And if anyone survives, then they get their second attack finally at the end. But they only get, you only get the one at the end. So, yeah. Alright, I want a chance to heal this guy a bit so he can get used again.
The righteous.
The arena is definitely the best chance we're going to get these like level 2 and 3 characters some kind of XP. Because it's just going to be harder when we're in a real battle. Interesting you went for Diana. I guess she can't fire back. No, she does. She's got an archer and a healer. I feel like you should have attacked Stefan, because this was even worse. Putting one archer in your units doesn't do too much, but... Alright, so we want Gunter and Nasser. Try to kill this guy. So we're going to need... do some healing. How are we doing on turns? We're running pretty low on turns. We got to start moving if we want to get that.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
Send Stefan over towards the boss.
The time to act is now.
And
Ready.
can't really attack with someone that low, so... But heavy armor does work pretty well against... like, units with heavy armor do pretty well against archers. Especially if you're in a forest or something. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good counter for that unit. Even though we don't have shields yet. One day. Keep getting those level ups. And that's what I wanted to see. Very good. Finish them off with my other unit that needs some practice. I guess we could have surrendered them, but... There we go, more class math. Good, good. Is that everybody in that unit? Yes, so we might... Well, they're only level 3, but we might actually be able to turn them into horses.
Where am I needed?
That's not needed. Alright, if we can win this turn, which I doubt it, we would be able to get the S rank, but... Yeah, this is our last turn to and this is a lot of units. And they got mages and stuff. Oh, geesh. No, there's no way we can just charge into that. 2 healers, 2 mages, a siren that stuns. Oh wow, that's a pretty tough group.
Getting real thirsty here.
Now, you know, we haven't really talked about this before, but if the boss doesn't have any ranged option, you can keep doing this for free XP if you really want. I'm not sure I'd recommend it.
A paladin never surrenders.
But we're not going to kill him this round no matter what, so... I can't attack, so we'll get him...
For my people, for my homeland.
Hey. This is probably where having Jules around would be quite nice. Because Jules would have enough archers that this actually might work. But, I mean, this is a way to get like level 4 or 5. The thing is, I can pretty much guarantee that the free XP is not as good as getting an S rank and getting free items. Because in an arena fight, the better your rank, the better the stuff you get as a reward. And you can't just do these infinitely. There's a limit to how many arena fights you can do. So, the XP is nice and all, but it's just a temporary bonus. Whereas you could get some really good rare items that will last you to the end of the game.
I must stay strong.
This guy's got 3 archers, so I can put them on the mountain and do extra damage. But I mean, we're not really making any progress here. Very, very little. I think the thing is, even if we only shoot them with 1 arrow, they still get 2 heals. The only thing is that their healers might eventually sort of wear out of their, like I said, their magic power might go down. But I don't know if that works on enemies. Like, our mages and healers would get worse and worse over time. I don't know if enemies actually have that mechanic. I mean, their morale might start going down if they keep taking, like, 5 attacks per turn.
Battle lies before me.
I should have moved, Ankylas over first.
Repent before the righteous.
Get those morale bonuses. Yeah, I'm not sure this is really breaking the game. Like, this is not necessarily helping us out very much. But I'll do this for a couple turns. Actually, if we're gonna do it for a couple turns, go. Here you go, free XP, guys. Level up. So bad.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
I actually don't know if we're making any progress at all.
The time to act.
A paladin never surrenders.
I think if I only attacked with units that had like 2 or 3 archers, we might slowly build up a little bit of damage on them, but they're pretty much just keeping it consistent. Like, they just heal the 2 lowest units every turn and basically keep everyone full. We could try to target leader, but he will have even more defense. Like, our best chance is killing one of those healers or something
I love this
with
part.
ranged attacks. I think we might have to attack with Stefan next turn, or soon anyway, because he gets the sneak attack, so he might kill the mages before they get a turn, which is probably the only way we really have a good time in close combat.
Donar be with us.
I guess we did a bit of damage. And then the rain starts. I actually haven't seen their morale go down at all. So if you're hoping for that, no luck. And the back row's fully healed.
Getting real thirsty here.
It's raining, Stefan. How can you be thirsty? Open your mouth. And
I must stay strong.
I mean, I don't know. I think the chip damage experience is pretty small. Well, you can get loyalty up though. Dang.
Repent before the righteous.
Loyalty up is way better than 5 experience. That's a -1 capacity cost. Maybe that's what we should be farming, really. Just combat prowess. Like let's have a look here. Our unit with the most archers and low level. I guess they're level 5 now, so they're not as low. The enemy is level 6. So that's 1 level higher. Let's just keep an eye on the guy at the back. So he's got 36 experience. Do the attack. Did a little bit of damage. Even got an extra shot. And that went from 36. You know what? That's more than I was expecting. 32? A third of a level? That's definitely more than I was figuring we'd get. Alright, so 48 on the fighters. Let's pull out the formula, whatever it is. Alright, I'll do one more round of this just to get my level... I think I'll try to get my level 5 characters to level 6, and that's it. Then we're done. This is enough.
The battle lies before me.
If you're watching along, like future tubers or VOD watchers, you really, really don't have to do this. This is not really helping us out much. Really.
Where am I needed?
I've got like 2 or 3 more arena tokens. We could just respawn all the enemies, right? Like, it's fine. But, I mean, I know the feeling. I've done this in other games before, obviously. It is kind of the classic Fire Emblem arena grind style. There you go. Level 6 for these guys. Got a bit more leadership and stuff. Look at that. Stephanie's got 50 leadership. She should be leading the squad. She doesn't have soldier captain, but she's got a lot of leadership. We almost killed the sorceress. Almost. Alright, we need one more turn for Raphael to catch up with his buddies.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
Okay. Actually, this one thing is the sciencing. I don't mind the sciencing. I'd said how healers start healing less and less as time goes on. They are definitely healing less. I mean, this took a while.
Never surrenders.
Our archers are doing this consistent damage, but now they're healing like 12. I think there was at 19 and they went up to 31. So, I think we would eventually kill them like this, as silly as it is. Definitely not my preferred... hey, we got one! Not my preferred method of victory. Okay, so level 6, still getting some experience. Probably getting better experience when you actually get a kill is the thing.
I love this part.
The level 7 characters. It's interesting because you do slowly gain loyalty for every battle, right? So one of these guys, I think it was Rob, went to 9 capacity instead of 10. And then the other Rob is already down to 8. I think that's as low, like, committed is -1 and loyal is -2. I think that's as good as you can get. So, interesting how those kind of... I think it's quite random, but you're never going to get to level 10, right? Let's look at someone here. Gunter is at level 8. He's got 3 experience. He's 2 levels higher than this group. Now he has 5 experience. 2 XP per turn is not... No, we're not doing that.
Getting real thirsty here.
As long as we're getting like 30 or so, I don't love it, but it's okay. If you're getting 1 or 2 experience per battle, no. So next turn, we're going to try to kill this guy. Nobody's really... Like, this, you know, we've done a lot of rounds of combat with this group. Diana's not getting any experience, literally 0. And her level 8 group is getting almost nothing. So I think 2 levels higher is definitely as good as you're going to get. And even that probably is fairly slow. Like, 1 level higher than enemy, sure. 2 levels higher, slow. 3 levels higher, no. Alright, so we will do the 3 bow attack, because they're not going to go into melee anyway. And then I think we send in Stefan. I mean, these guys are getting some XP. Actually, I'm curious what the exact formula is. 37 XP and then same level. Yeah, they're still at equal levels. It's not too bad.
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
All right, we should be able to kill the guys in the back, fairly likely. Yeah, so that's most of the magic damage. Yeah, I mean, Stefan, he was built for killing mages in the back row.
The battle lies before me.
And then we better seize.
Where am I needed?
She's getting closer to getting another unit in.
A paladin
So.
never surrenders.
I'm pretty sure you get, yeah, some leadership for these. Well, so basically, instead of doing the next chapter, we ended up just messing around here and still got an A rank. So we got a bunch of stuff, honestly. I know you get more stuff and more, like, you can use these to give yourself a level up. It's like 1 extra level up or something and 1 extra, or like some amount of class points. So getting an S rank would get us a bit more of this, more gold, more items. I generally want to go for the turns and, you know, that's still pretty good. A rank, I didn't expect it would still be A after that much messing around, so maybe rushing those arenas is not as big a deal as I was originally thinking. But yeah, instead of doing the extra map, we're just having fun with the arena today. Can we turn her into... Still can't be, she's not getting any skill here. Dang it. Earth is minus skill, so that's just... So that's one thing, like, once you're a pro at the game, which, you know, I'm not claiming I am, but I know enough about it that I know what I'm not doing. You could spend the time to, where are affinities? So... I guess you can see them here. Earth gives you double, a big bonus to health, but a penalty to skill. So if you want characters that are going to be assassins or you know, the light units, you probably want, you know, lightning, optimally lightning, but definitely not water or earth affinities. If you want leaders, light is great. If you just want to do a lot of damage but not lead, then dark is great. Fire is good for not mages, but like fire for frontline fighters is real strong. You get hit points and strength. So if you're just like a sword guy, fire is probably the best. If you're a bow guy or a sneaky fighter, then lightning. So there's kind of water would be like a mage as well. So health plus magic. So like there's kind of of the, what is that, 6 affinities. They each kind of have their own class archetype priority. And Earth is one of the, I would say, the worst ones. All you get out of it is hit points. You have no attribute effectively that's good. So you're just a tank, but I'd rather be a strong tank, right? Like still good, some hit points, maybe, or no. No, that's, hold on. The hearts are a different color. Leadership, it's loyalty. So this is, I think this is fire plus loyalty. That's kind of silly. It's not super obvious. But yeah, I guess if you want the hit points, sure. But oh, there was one other thing I was going to point out while I was looking at that screen, just because it's there. Each affinity, as well as the stat differences, gives you benefits in certain terrain. So The light affinity is, I don't know how much, but technically, units with light affinity are stronger at the day, weaker at the night. Dark is the inverse. Fire affinity are good in hot places and cold places. No, hot and clear. And then bad in the snow. Lightning is good in storms and rain, but bad in fog or something. Something. Ice is good in snow and cold and water and lightning. Those are all positives. So water as an affinity in one way is good in weather. And then earth is good in whatever that was. Also good. Oh, dusk and morning. So, or dawn and dusk. Dawn and dusk. And then whatever these are. So it's kind of neat. I like I said, there's a lot of things like this that you definitely don't need to keep track of that much. It's a little bit too much for me. Especially when I'm trying to let's play. But, like I said before, if you've got money when you're recruiting people, you can keep re-rolling them. Like, so if I want a good... if I want her to turn into like a sword master with a high skill, obviously they need skill. So you could buy one. In fact, I'll do this just to show it off because we're going to end the episode here pretty quick. And I can just reload if I don't like it. So let's say we really want a couple good, female skill fighters. Well, fire is not for that. So we buy that one, but we're going to fire her. Light would be good for leadership, not for skill. Not good for skill. Not good for skill. Not good for skill. But it's re-rolling every time. And you get a different affinity and some slightly different stats. There you go. Lightning is the skill one, right? So we spent a bunch of money. And it kind of clogs up the inventory, or the reserves. But we do eventually get someone who will almost certainly, by the time we master CP and get a level up, be able to change into the class we want. So if you're really having a hard time, you can do that. You could also try to just buy the affinity you want. It's pretty cheap. So it might be worth buying any of these you see, because they're not that expensive, and they're just saving them for the classes you want, or the characters you want. Anyway, we're going to end the episode here. I know we didn't get to a mission. I'm actually going to do, like, maybe one more arena off camera, just because I feel like I want to do one more, but I don't want to record it for the future tours. In fact, I probably won't record a lot more arenas in general for the future episodes, just because it's, well, it's a lot of time, and it's just kind of grinding, right? We did pick up a couple artifacts, and in theory, I guess we could see here. I'm just trying to build these units up a bit. Yeah, these guys, level 6. These are heavy fighters, so we could go soldier or spear line. I like the idea of having at least one more heavy unit. But we are using iron. There's a limit to how many of these units we can upgrade, so you are also limited by your progress in the game on how many units you can actually upgrade. I would like some sirens eventually, make no mistake. But I think I want a couple more healers in general. And the priestesses are much better because they get, I'm pretty sure they get 2 healings per round, or maybe it's the Templars that do. We can find out. In the class list. So medics specifically heal, like this is nice, right? They tell you they heal the weakest ally in the group, and they promote into one of these. So we want to see now a priestess. Oh, look at all these things that we don't have. Where's my priestess? I'm too far down. I'm in advanced class. So these are the ones we're starting to get now, the mid-tier. And so these guys still, unfortunately, only get 1 heal. So they're not a big upgrade, unfortunately. So I wasn't aware, but mid-tier priestesses, a little bit lackluster. It must be the Templars are the ones we actually want. And that's, max rank. So if we look at them, highest level healer girls. they get 2 turns to heal per combat, and that is definitely better. Unlike Ogre Battle, we don't get 2 heals, 3 heals, and then group heal, because the healers in Ogre Battle were really strong in the Super Nintendo. Anyway, there's lots of cool classes, and I forget exactly, like, some of them. I actually think Valkyries are one of the ones I like a lot, because you can, if they will either do 2 slashing attacks if you're in the back row, or 1 strike and 1 heal if someone is like, this is one of the like more complicated ones, right? Like they'll heal, but only if someone's on low hit points. So pretty cool. And they can also do the charges and stuff. And yeah, like Valkyries are very cool. Like, of course they are. Paladins also have the heal. So. Yeah, not a lot of multi attacks. So like Ogre Battle, the classic stance was you want upgraded units that get 3 attacks per round. There's not a lot of that. The best for just straight damage would be these, I think it's champions, actually. Yeah. So 2 slashing double attacks. They hit the same target, but effectively they get 4 attacks per round. That's pretty good. There's also these guys. This is how Zelos worked. It's a splash attack. So the whole row gets 2 attacks. So he can hit a lot of things. There's also someone with like a pierce. I don't think it's the Sentinel. It's this guy. So this one hits the guy. He hits like 2 in a row, right? Targets through them, which is. So yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of cool classes. I really like it. You've got our unique classes. 2 slashing attacks or 1 at range. I wonder if that means I am only getting 1. I think in the mid line I'm getting 2 attacks. I should pay attention to Blue because I might want to put her in the front row, maybe. If she's missing out on attack. It would be really nice, just because this is the way Ogre Battle did it, if on this screen you could see the number of attacks, or like on the second row or something, that they get, because that would be very convenient, so you can see positionally, or even like when you're moving them around, some kind of, I don't know how you do it, but like if you had like a little box or something here, it's like in this, when you hovered over this, it said 2 attacks or 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, or if they're different, like healing and attack or something, because that would make designing these a little bit easier. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's been a long episode. The arena's got me. I got the optimization glitch. Can we make those horsemen I wanted? I make a horse bow. No skill. This guy can do it. Hey. So this unit will actually be a cavalry, a light cavalry now. And I guess we can turn this guy into a horse bow for now. It doesn't count as, I think it counts as light cavalry. It doesn't give him the CP discount. So remember, the whole goal here is Knight Captain. So we want to be melee mostly. Although melee plus archers, like, it's not a, like, still a good light cavalry unit. You could have how you'd want to format it, but like you could definitely have like 2 archers in the back and 3 lance in the front or something like that. But you only get the discount for the lance guys. So I might want like a couple more of them. I think once this one properly shifts into a lance style, that will bring us to 34. It'll be pretty easy to get 5 lancers, but I might want to throw in a healer, like a hospitaler. So that way we'd be able to do a bunch of spear damage, maybe an ambush or something, and then we still have a healer to do a bit of in-between healing. Maybe we'll just do no healing, I don't know. So that group is starting to turn around, that's good. And then this group, they're not actually... Oh, I didn't deploy them. For the grinders, I could have swapped somebody out, brought these guys in, and had them level up. Maybe that'll happen in between episodes. Maybe. There's that hospitaler. I guess I don't know what the point... Like, the difference between a medic and a priestess is more magic, so better healing, I guess, and a tiny bit of armor. Not great. Oh, that's why she's got so much leadership. She's a light. So, anyway, we did get some class mastery. We got some improvements. Yeah, archers tend to make terrible mages. I'm sure that's why they added the ability to recruit mages now, because the basic archers were... The way to get mages in the base game, the original, like the launch version, was not easy. And we do have some new, like, I didn't show these off either, technically. Show stuff off, Blue. We got a flame saber, right? That's a lot of strength and some resistance to water and ice. That might have been all we got. No, we got some use items, right? We picked up lightning affinity. Oh, I was just saying how Earth was never... Funny how they just literally... I spent all that time, if you remember, just a little while ago, recruiting new girls to show you that you could recruit one with lightning. And then I also said, or you could try to buy a scroll that lets you do it. That's what I wanted. And then Swordmaster is super strong. Now, they have very high requirements for skills, so lightning is almost mandatory to get them at a low level or not super high level. And then they need resources we don't even have. So like, there's no amount of grinding that can get us a Swordmaster with 0 obsidian. But anyway, that's that. I'm gonna do a couple arenas off camera, and then the next episode for sure, we're gonna go to the next map. But might as well do arenas when you get them, and I can get Salem caught up. We'll see. I don't really want to do a lot of grinding. I might just do one more. Anyway, blah blah blah. Thanks for watching, Future Tuber. See you next episode.